Hey,
Okay.
we're talking about movies today too. We talked about Sandlot, right?
Okay.
Well, a new movie is coming out. A lot of people are talking about this one. It's called Pacific Rim. People are calling it Pac Rim already because everyone's so excited to see it. They're giving it nicknames, that sort of thing. Take a look at it.
Today, at the edge of our hope, at the end of our time, we have chosen to believe in each other. Today we face the monsters that are at our door. Today we are canceling the apocalypse.
This thing is the brainchild and directed by Guillermo del Toro. He's the same guy who did Pan's Labyrinth. They got an Academy Award for that. And this guy is a Mexican director-writer, and this guy is a genius. And this is one of those things where he went to Industrial Light and Magic. They put together this fantastic movie, and it's sort of based on his love of the old Japanese monsters, the Godzilla and those kind of guys.
Okay.
They come marching out of the ocean, and this is man against them. And these Jaegers, these big things that are going to fight the monsters, are as tall as skyscrapers. These giant robots that are inhabited by human beings that go out to fight these monsters that come out of the deep sea. And so it's like aliens, but they're not from space. They're actually out of the ocean. And sort of like like the old Japanese horror films that you liked a lot as a kid. So it's a ton of fun. Idris Elba's in the movie. Charlie Hunnam is in the film. And we talked a lot about interfacing the monsters with the people. We talked about the uniforms and all that, and also about the fighting. I mean, it was crazy.
Fun stuff, really, really fun. I had a huge amount of fun training and shooting the fighting sequences, the stick fighting sequence that I do with Rinko, and then the martial arts sequence that I do with Rob Kaczynski.
You mean when Rinko kicked your ass?
That's what I wanted to
talk about. That's what I saw. You too, huh?
I watched it for 5 days, man.
Yeah, no,
it's pretty embarrassing.
She kicked my ass, absolutely.
Interesting too. I imagine to put on these costumes, like the fighting costumes, like when you go off to battle. They're pretty crazy costumes, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's,
You get one shot at it.
I did too, man. I loved wearing that thing. No, I didn't. I did.
How was that to move around in?
It was a real nightmare.
I bet.
It's heavy and it's
great
sweaty.
for potty breaks, I bet.
And I after 2 weeks really said, guys, please, can you give me a P flat, because the thing takes 20 minutes to put on and off.
I'm looking forward to Halloween, where they start wearing them. That'd be cool to see some sort of consumer version of the suit, man.
Yeah.
Some of you might remember Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy. You see him on television. That's a great show.
Yeah.
Great show. And
Idris Elba is a fantastic actor.
and he's in The Wire.
Yeah, I used to watch him in Luther, which is a great
He's
show.
been in a ton of stuff. In fact, they're saying he might be the next James Bond. How about that?
Wow, that would be neat.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
That's crazy, huh? That's cool. Hey, Rinko, we're talking about Rinko Kikuchi. That's right, she's the girl that was on the other end of the stick fighting thing. So it's sort of fun to talk to her because her major language is Japanese, obviously. She barely speaks English. Interesting interview, but we talked about how much fun this movie was.
Yay! I love this movie, and then I love my character. She's totally badass, and then she's brave and tough, and then she can face her trauma. I love this role
What did you love about the suit?
because it totally looks badass, right? And she's a superhero.
Yeah, she sure is a superhero.
I love her.
That looks totally bad.
She was like, "No, do I say it?" And that's what I'm thinking.
So much fun, and man, she really rocks it in this film too. And the whole thing is because of Guillermo del Toro. This guy is a great director. He's walking around with this little book. He's got these drawings in it. I mean, he's like this. He's like a genius dude, and he came up with this idea. He wrote it. He went to Industrial Light and Magic. He had it put together. Came in under budget. Fantastic. Had a lot of fun talking to him about this movie. Good movie.
And there's a great saying by Tolkien, who said, you need to make the fantasy compelling enough that it takes us out of this world and real enough that it reminds us of it. Yeah. So I think that's a great way of constructing fantasy films.
I was surprised to hear somebody talk after the film saying that they felt sorry for the monsters. And why wouldn't some people like them more than the Jaegers?
Well, I think that it's perfectly valid to do that. I love monsters, and rarely I saw a movie as a kid where the monster was the good guy. Monsters were terrible, but they are beautiful in a way, especially for a certain type of kid, where you are just attracted to the monsters. So myself, I love the monsters as much as I love the Jaegers, if not a little bit more.
As you said yesterday, that was your boyhood dream to like embrace these characters of imagination and size.
When you were a kid, you basically always grab your toy robot and your toy dinosaur and you go at it. And basically this movie is the most exquisitely rendered, carefully crafted, gigantic version of that gameplay.
Oh, I tell you, it's rich, it's thick, it's heavy. You know, I'm not a Transformers fan. I'm a fan of Pacific Rim. It's so much different. And talk about hitting, like when one picks up a ship and you're swinging a ship
boat,
around, or picking up the cargo containers and both sides of the head. Fantastic.
Tell the world, please.
Yeah, it's great. And it's fun to talk to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Okay, I was feeling bad for the monster too, getting beat up like
See,
that.
look at that, huh?
Yeah.
So okay, would you go see this
Oh,
movie maybe?
absolutely, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. I'd go see that.
It looks good. It's action-packed. My gosh.
Yeah, it's really good too. And all these creatures, they seem so real too. They did a big presentation at ILM and he showed us how they did things. Like rather than just have everything spin around like this and those tight shots like you see in Transformers, you see when something hits something, it jerks a little bit. They made everything mechanical and real, and it's really sort of interesting how you get all that stuff built in the computer and you put people into it and try to make it all fit together. So it's pretty cool.
That's what amazes me, those kind of movies, how they can do all of that. It's
So have
unbelievable.
some fun with it, and you can have fun with it soon because Pacific Rim is in theaters starting at 7 tonight. That's right, they started a little bit early, and if you want to go, guess what? Caller 8, if you're that person, you'll win a family 4-pack of passes. There you go.
All right.